There are moments in a marriage when something small shifts. Not a scream, not a slammed door, just a pause that lasts half a second too long. That's where this began. Ethan never thought asking his wife for money would feel like begging for oxygen. But on that Tuesday afternoon, sitting in the parking lot outside his office, engine off, phone in his hand, HR's email still glowing on the screen, he realized he didn't have a choice. Position eliminated. 2 words. 7 years gone. He stared at the steering wheel. His reflection in the windshield looked older than 39, smaller. The rent was due in 5 days, the car payment in 3. Their joint account had been separated last year. Claire insisted on it after financial disagreements. He called her.
Call her.
It rang once.
Come on, pick up.
Twice.
Please.
She answered on the 3rd ring.
Why are
voice
you calling
smooth,
in the middle
controlled.
of the day?
Why are you
I got
calling in
laid
the middle of
off.
the day? Silence. Ethan swallowed. I got laid off. No gasp, no concern. Just silence. And then the faintest exhale. That's unfortunate. Unfortunate. I need to cover the rent this month, he said carefully, just until I get something else. Another pause. Longer this time. I'll think about it, she replied. Think about it. Click. She hung up. That night, she came home late. He had been sitting in the dark living room for 2 hours. No lights on, no TV, just the glow of his laptop screen with job listings open like a graveyard of hope. The door opened. Her heels clicked across hardwood. She didn't greet him. She walked straight to the kitchen. He followed.
Claire,
Did
did you think
about what I
asked?
asked? She set her purse down slowly, unzipped it, took out her phone, placed it face down on the counter with deliberate care. Then she looked at him, cold, clinical. You're not getting my money. The word "my" hit like a slap. It's not your money, he said, voice cracking. We're married. She laughed, soft, dismissive. No,
you're married. I'm protected.
I'm protected. Something tightened in his chest.
What does that
What
mean?
does that mean? It means, she said calmly, pouring herself a glass of wine, I prepared for this. Prepared for what? For you to fail. The words didn't land immediately. He blinked. What are you talking about? She took a sip. You've been unstable for years, Ethan. Impulsive, emotional, you lose jobs, you overreact. I couldn't tie my future to that. You said separating accounts was for budgeting, and you believed that. She smiled. That smile. He felt the ground tilt. You moved money? All of it. What? All of it, Ethan. The savings, the emergency fund, the investments. I shifted everything 6 months ago. His breath shortened. That was our savings. No, she corrected gently.
No, that was the money
I made sure I controlled.
You can't just...
You can't
I already did.
I already did. Silence. Heavy. Suffocating. Then something in him cracked. You sabotaged me.
Careful,
She
you wanted
tilted her
this.
head.
You wanted me dependent.
Careful. You wanted this. You wanted me dependent. No, I wanted proof. Proof of what? That you're exactly who I thought you were. Her eyes sharpened. Someone who can't survive without me. He felt humiliation rising, hot and acidic. You're my wife, and you're my liability. The word echoed. Liability. You think I don't know, she continued, the missed deadlines, the complaints, the performance reviews. How would you... She didn't blink. I talked to your supervisor. The room spun. You what?
You what?
I told him you were unstable, that you'd been under stress,
that you'd
that he
been
should
under
watch you.
stress.
You
that he
destroyed my
should
job.
watch you. His stomach dropped. You destroyed my job. She shrugged. I nudged it.
I nudged
You
it.
set me
You
up.
set me up.
I
I
positioned the pieces.
You're
He
insane.
backed
No,
away
I'm
from her as if she
strategic.
just revealed a weapon. You're insane. "No," she whispered. "I'm strategic." The first scream came from him, raw, animal.
You ruined my
life!
Lower your
She didn't
voice.
flinch.
I
Lower
trusted
your
you!
voice.
And that was
I
your biggest
trusted you.
mistake.
And that, she said softly, was your biggest mistake. The next morning, it got worse, because Claire didn't just say no, she escalated. At 9:17 a.m., Ethan's phone buzzed, a notification from their bank. Account locked due to suspicious activity. He tried logging in, access denied. He called the bank. After 10 excruciating minutes on hold, a representative answered. Sir, your wife reported unusual behavior and requested temporary restriction. She can't just... She's the primary account holder. Primary. He never checked. He trusted her. The representative's tone shifted. There's also a withdrawal request pending. How much? $82,000. Their entire reserve. Where is it going? I'm not authorized to disclose that. The line went dead. He drove home. Too fast. Red lights blurred. His phone buzzed again. A message from Claire. You should come home. We need to talk. When he opened the front door, 2 police officers were standing in his living room. His heart stopped. Claire stood behind them, calm, collected. What is this? He demanded. One officer stepped forward. Sir, we received a report of domestic instability.
What?
What?
Your wife expressed concern
for her safety. He turned to Claire, stunned. You called the police? She looked afraid, perfectly afraid.
You were screaming
last night, she said softly. I didn't feel safe. You provoked me.
Sir, we need you to calm
the
down.
officer
I am
interrupted,
calm.
firm now. We need you to calm down. I am calm. His voice wasn't calm. He heard it. Too loud, too sharp. The second officer's hand rested casually near his holster. Why are you doing this? He whispered to her. Her eyes flickered, and for a fraction of a second, he saw satisfaction.
You
need help, she said gently. Psychological warfare, public humiliation, in his own home. Neighbors had gathered outside, watching, phones out, recording. The officers escorted him to the porch, not arrested, but warned. If there were another call, there would be consequences. The door shut behind him, locked. That night, he slept in his car, and that's when the real horror began. At 2:43 a.m., his phone buzzed again, a notification from social media. He opened it. Claire had posted a long, carefully crafted message about living with emotional abuse, about hidden instability, about bravery in silence. There was a photo of her, tearful, vulnerable. Hundreds of comments poured in. Stay strong, we believe you. He always seemed off. His hands shook. She was building a narrative in real time. He tried to comment. His account had been locked. Password changed. The next morning, he went to the house. The locks had been changed. He pounded on the door. Claire! No answer.
You there?
He called her. Voicemail. He
Come
tried
on,
the
open up.
garage keypad.
Disabled? No way!
Then the blinds shifted upstairs. She was watching him. He felt exposed, unraveling. He screamed her name, and then sirens. Again. Neighbors staring. Again. This time, the officers weren't patient.
Sir, you've been asked to leave the property.
Sir, you've been asked
It's my
to
house.
leave the property.
Not according to the deed.
It's my house.
What?
Not according to the deed. What? He pulled out his phone, pulled up the property records. Her name. Only her name. The house had been transferred 8 months ago. He never saw the paperwork, never noticed. He signed whatever she put in front of him. Routine refinancing, she'd said. Financial ruin, legal exile, social assassination, all within 48 hours. He felt like he was being erased, piece by piece. And then came the final blow. 2 days later, he received an email from an attorney. Divorce papers, filed, with a request for a restraining order, allegations of emotional volatility, financial irresponsibility, potential harm. He read the document 3 times, each word carefully weaponized. This wasn't chaos. This was choreography. She had planned this for months, maybe years. He wasn't collapsing. He was being dismantled.
But here's the part she didn't anticipate. Silence changes people. Humiliation hardens them. Sleeping in a car strips you down to bone. And when you hit bottom, there's nothing left to lose. Ethan stopped calling, stopped knocking, stopped reacting. He disappeared, and Claire noticed. That's when she made her first mistake. She reached out. "We can settle this quietly," she texted. He didn't respond. "I'm willing to discuss terms." Silence. Her calls increased. Voicemails shifted tone, from controlled to irritated to slightly anxious. She needed him reactive, desperate, visible, because the story
Ethan?
she built
You there?
required a villain,
Hello?
and he
Ethan?
was no longer playing the role.
No answer. Welcome,
3
everyone.
weeks later,
Thank you for
she
being
hosted
here.
a dinner.
Thank you all
Friends,
for your support.
Colleagues,
Cheers to good
wine
company.
glasses clinking,
We're here
sympathy
for you.
circulating. And then, a knock at the door. Unexpected. Claire frowned. Opened it. Ethan stood there. Calm. Clean-shaven. Different. Behind him, an attorney and a forensic accountant. The room fell silent. "You can't be here,"
You can't be
she
here.
hissed.
I
He
can.
stepped inside
Court
anyway.
order.
"I can," he said quietly. "Court order." Her smile faltered.
What is this?
He held up a folder. "You moved funds into an offshore account registered under your maiden name." Her face drained of color. The accountant stepped forward. "We tracked the transfers. It's embezzlement." Gasps. Her colleagues stared.
This is ridiculous.
"This is ridiculous," she snapped. "You reported false domestic instability," the attorney added. "We obtained the police body cam footage. You were calm. He wasn't threatening." Claire's composure fractured. "You set me up,"
You set me
she
up.
whispered.
No.
Ethan
I
almost
learned.
laughed. "No," he said. "I learned." Sirens echoed faintly in the distance. This time, not for him, for her. Her guests stepped back, phones out again. But now, recording her. The officers entered, polite,
Claire Harrison?
professional. "Claire Harrison?" She looked at Ethan. Rage boiling. You think you won? He didn't answer. As they cuffed her, she leaned toward him.
This
"This
isn't
isn't over."
I know.
He met her gaze. "I know." And that was the most terrifying part. Because in that moment, he realized she meant it. And somewhere behind her fury, she was smiling. Some villains don't lose.
Watch your head.
They adapt. And sometimes, the person who asked for money was never the one truly powerless.